Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Super Sports Central. Today we have Sports News episode 40. So we will be covering the four major sports. So we're going to start off with the NFL. So with the NFL's 17-game season, that means teams can now go 20-0 if they go undefeated. And Patrick Mahomes has said that's his new goal. And his only goal for this season is to go 20-0. The Bills restructure Stephon Diggs' contract. Delaney Walker works out for the 49ers tomorrow. If he potentially could be back to where he began his career. He sat out the 2020 season. And the final thing about the NFL, Texans signed running back Rex Burkhead, and he joins the loaded Houston backfield with David Johnson, Mark Ingram, and Phillip Lindsay. Let's go over to the NBA. So, in the last week, in the playoffs, we've had a lot of fan incidents. So, I'm just going to go through them all, just very briefly. So, in the 76ers Wizards series, a fan dumped popcorn onto Russell Westbrook. In the Knicks-Hawks series, a Knicks fan spit on Trae Young. A Celtics fan threw a water bottle at Kyrie Irving. And a fan runs on the court during the Wizards 76ers game. So, there's fan incidents. So, there's also some notable injuries in the playoffs. Anthony Davis is unlikely to play Game 5 with left groin soreness. With a left groin strain. Joel Embiid leaves Game 4 with right knee soreness. Wizards' David Bertans' calf is out 4 to 6 weeks. So he's out 4 to 6 weeks with a calf injury. So now, we're just going to go through each series, who's leading the series, when the next game is, stuff like that. So, Jazz versus Grizzlies. Utah leads the series 3-1. Game 5 is tomorrow. Clippers versus Mavericks. Series is tied 2-2. Game 5 is tomorrow. Nuggets Trailblazers. Series is knotted at 2. Game 5 is tonight. Suns and Lakers. Series is tied 2-2. Game 5 is also tonight. In the Eastern Conference, 76ers Wizards. The 76ers lead 3-1. The Wizards won Game 4 to avoid elimination for now. Game 5 is tomorrow. The Knicks versus the Hawks. Hawks lead 3-1. Game 5 is tomorrow. Bucks versus Heat. The Bucks swept the Heat 4-0. And they'll await the winner of the Nets versus Celtics series. And speaking of the Nets-Celtics series, the Nets lead the series 3-1. Game 5 is tonight, and I think the Nets will clinch their series tonight. And move on to play the Bucks with the Nets winning. Let's go over to the NHL, where there's also playoffs going on. So we're just going to review round 1. I might have gone over these already, but we're just going to review all of them because some ended up last week, some didn't. So we're just going to go through all of them. In the West, the Avalanche sweep the Blues 4-0. Vegas Golden Knights beat the Minnesota Wild in 7 games. In the North Division, the Maple Leafs and the Canadiens. The Maple Leafs will have a 3-1 series lead. And the Canadiens come back to win the series in 7 games. And the Jets sweep the Oilers. So now let's jump over to the Eastern Division. The Islanders beat the Penguins 4-2 in the series, and in the Bruins-Capitals series, the Bruins beat the Capitals 4-1. In the Central Division, the Hurricanes beat the Predators 4-2 in the series, and another 4-2 series result, the Lightning beat the Panthers. Okay, so now here we have round 2. I'll be making predictions here. and going over each matchup, saying who's currently leading if it started, and making predictions. So, in the Western Division, the Avalanche and Vegas Golden Knights, the series is going to go 7 games. Both teams are extremely, extremely good. The winner of this series will be in the Stanley Cup. Bold prediction. And the winner of the series might even win the Stanley Cup, because I think it's probably going to be Vegas, but it's going to go 7 games. It's going to be very close. The Avalanche currently lead the series 1-0. Game 2 being played tomorrow. In the North Division, Canadiens Jets. The series hasn't started yet. Game 1 is going to be played tomorrow. Now with the series, I think it's going to go 6 games, with the Canadiens coming out on top. The Eastern Division, Islanders Bruins. Series is knotted at 1. Game 3 is Thursday. And in that series, I think it's going to be the Bruins. And in the Central, Lightning Hurricanes. Lightning lead 1-0. Game 2 is tonight. And my pick for that one is the Hurricanes. So, today was the day the NHL wanted an answer about if the teams going to Canada would have to quarantine, because Canada's restrictions are all non-essential workers must do a 14-day quarantine upon entering the country. According to the NHL's Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly, he says it's a work in progress. And now a good solution, if Canada says no, you can't come in without doing the quarantine, then they could always just have the Canadian team go to the United States and play their home games there, just like the MLB and NBA are doing with the Raptors and the Blue Jays. Over to the MLB. Here we have the most things. Cardinals play starting pitcher Jack Flaherty on the injured list with an oblique strain. Steven Strasburg leaves his start in the 2nd inning. He was hit with a comebacker, and the comebacker had a 109.6 mile-an-hour exit velocity. It was off the bat of Braves catcher William Contreras. So hopefully Strasburg is okay, especially since his season was delayed due to injuries. Mets activate Pete Alonso, Kevin Pillar, and Seth Lugo from the injured list. The Brewers place for Lorenzo Cain on the injured list with a right hamstring strain. Trevor Story is on the injured list with a right elbow inflammation. And this is an injury, however, I feel like you guys should know about this if you haven't seen it already. Javi Baez got into probably the weirdest play you'll ever see. So he got himself in a rundown between home plate and first base to try to get the runner on third to score. The run did score. So as the throw came to first, Baez stopped and started going back to home plate. The first baseman came off the bag, never touched first base, and started to chase Baez back down the line towards home plate. Then, as he saw the runner coming home, he flipped the ball to the catcher, not in time, and the run scored. Then, the catcher threw the ball to the second baseman covering at first base, and it was a wild throw, allowing Baez to go to second. So, that was an absolutely crazy scene. So, at the end of the play, Baez stands on second, and the run scores, and there's still not a single out from that play. So, now, the first baseman made the dumbest play ever by not just stepping on first and getting the force, because he was about a step away from the bag. So why not just stand there, get the out, and you can save the run. So a first baseman should be sent down to the minors. So that was a really stupid move. The best teams are the Rays, 35-20, Giants, 34-20, Padres, 34-21. Worst teams: Rockies 20-34, Diamondbacks 19-36, and Orioles 17-37, who have also lost 14 straight games. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you for any other breaking news or anything big like that. Or if I decide to do a video, but otherwise, Tuesday for sports news.